Kaylee, and as I'm sure you've noticed, I have a new hair color. So my hair is now gray, or pretty much. If you follow me on Instagram or my Facebook account or anything, you've probably already seen it. I'm like super excited about it. I was really nervous about going from purple to gray. I didn't really know how well it would take, how well my purple would bleach out. But it went surprisingly smoothly, I think, and it turned out pretty well. I still have a little bit of purple tint to certain areas, as I'm sure you can see, but I actually think that is from the toner I was using, not necessarily the purple from before being left in my hair. Pretty much all the purple I got out, surprisingly. Yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know what I think so far. I think I like it. I'm pretty sure I'm happy with it. I still have more to do to it, but I want to get all the purple out and make it real nice and silver and gray all over. But yeah, I'm doing that another day. My poor hair, it has been through so much abuse already. It doesn't deserve any more. I'm like so fortunate my hair hasn't just like given up on me and started falling out. It should be sick of my shit by now. But so yeah, I'm going to walk you through the process from how I went from my pretty dark purple hair to this light gray silver now. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So one of the first things I often get asked about when it comes to dyeing hair, especially like fun different colors, is if you have to bleach your hair first. And I'm kind of surprised people don't know this, or maybe it's just wishful thinking. They hope there's some like alternative to bleach. But unfortunately the answer is yes, you're definitely gonna have to bleach your hair if you have dark hair and you want to go to like, you know, a really vibrant color. If you're nervous about bleaching, or if it is your first time bleaching, I highly recommend going to see a stylist and letting them do it for you. It is a little bit expensive, but it is not as expensive as screwing up your hair and then having to go get it fixed. Believe me, I've done that before. It is not fun and it is really expensive, so it's best to just do it right the first time. If you really can't go to a stylist, have a friend that is used to dyeing their hair, bleaching their hair, or maybe is going through beauty school or something like that, and have them help you. Definitely get help, at least if it is your first time. The bleach that I always use, I just have this big bucket of Color Brilliance powder lightener that I got from Sally's. And I like this bleach because it is blue. I don't know if you can see that, but it is like a light blue color, so it actually sort of tones your hair a little bit as you're bleaching, because blue counteracts like yellow tones in your hair. Your hair's still gonna turn out yellow, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't turn out as orange and brassy for me as it would otherwise. And I tend to mix it with the Ion Color Brilliance Sensitive Scalp Developer, and I use the 30 volume developer. I like this stuff because it is pretty good for sensitive scalps. I have a super sensitive scalp, so even using this, it still burns me. I think when I had my natural dark hair, like black or brown, and I was going to lighter colors, I used a higher volume developer, but I find now like 20-30 volume is plenty. And so I bleached my hair for I'd say probably like an hour, maybe a little bit longer. General bleaching tips is you always start from the bottom of your hair, work your way up, and the back of your head, and work your way forward, because the top front part of your head has the most heat, and so it's going to bleach the fastest. So to get everything to bleach at a nice even pace, you're going to go bottom to top, backward to front. And so after I bleached, I ended up using this toner. I had never used this before. It is Blonde Brilliance. It is a brand from L'Oreal. Again, I got this at Sally. All the stuff, I always get my hair dyeing stuff at Sally's. And I was really fascinated by this because they actually have toners in like a lilac shade that's like a really light purple, and they have like a light blue shade and stuff. But they were out of them. They seemed to be out of a lot of stuff when I was at Sally's the other night. So I ended up going with the Platinum toner. And you do not have to mix this with developer. You just put this right on your hair. And I wasn't really sure what to expect. I was kind of nervous because I've always used the Wella Color Charm toners, so I had never used any other kind of toner before. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this, but I was really impressed with the results. I got my hair to like a really light pale, like inside of a banana color with the bleach, and with this I achieved pretty much like a platinum color. Like I still had some yellowing in certain spots, but overall it was very platinum. And for the actual dye I use, so if you want to do silver, up until recently your only options were to pretty much just tone the crap out of your hair until you ended up with gray hair. But recently, because gray and silver are such trendy, hot new hair colors, more dye manufacturers are actually making silver and gray dyes. So my favorite brand of hair dye, Arctic Fox, they are coming out with a silver hair dye, but unfortunately it's not out yet. I will definitely be trying it when it comes out. But so I was looking around for other kinds of gray hair dye, and I found to my surprise that at Sally's they were already selling one, and it was the Color Brilliance Brights. This color is called Titanium, and it's like a nice silver, obviously. I had tried Color Brights before. I did a little review on them. I will link it down below if you're interested. But yeah, I wasn't super impressed with these. They don't have the best staying power, but I decided to try it anyway. So I usually need about 2 tubes of these for my hair, even at the shorter length, just because my hair is so incredibly thick. I was horrified to see that they only had one left. Like they were sold out. So I was looking around to see if they had any other kinds of gray dye, and I found this. Again, it is Ion Color Brilliance, but this kind says it is semi-permanent, and this kind says it is permanent. So I think that's interesting. And this color is called Chrome, and this is from their Master Colorist series. So I decided to get one of each and just kind of test them each out, or maybe combine them and see what I get. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up combining half a tube of each of these, so I still have half a tube left of both. Surprisingly, that was enough to cover my hair once I mixed conditioner in with it. This is like the thickest hair dye I have ever experienced. It is so incredibly thick. It is like a paste. It's really almost impossible to work through your hair on its own, so you definitely need to mix like a conditioner or something in it to kind of thin it out and make it more spreadable. So I combined these two, the Chrome and the Titanium. I put it all over my head. My hair came out pretty decently gray. I left it in for probably a couple hours. I was playing Mass Effect while I was letting the color set in. So I did like 2 or 3 missions, which I think evened out to probably around 2 hours. And I rinsed it out. I still had like some kind of yellowy patches in my hair, so I did a little extra toning, and the toner ended up making my hair turn a little bit purple in the areas where it was kind of yellow. So, you know, whatever. It's very light. I don't really mind it. It doesn't look bad, but I know like as I wash it, it will like fade and become more silvery. But I think I'm gonna let my hair rest for a few days because it has been through so much trauma. I'm sorry, hair. But it has been through so much trauma. I'm gonna let it rest for a couple days, and then I think I might try and touch it up, maybe do tiny spot bleaching and maybe like a little extra go-overs with the dyes that I have here. So that is how I went from my purple to my silver hair. Hopefully somebody found this informative and helpful. As always, if you're ever in doubt, always consult a professional. I am not a professional. I have just been doing my own hair at home for years, and as part of that, I made tons of mistakes, and I ruined my hair plenty of times when I was younger. So, you know, if you're not cool with experimenting and ruining your hair, just play it safe. Go see a professional. And what do you guys think? Do you like my new silver hair? And if you have any other questions about hair coloring or hair color, just leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Never forget that you are beautiful just the way you are, and to always be yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.